Oh yeah, they can get to be a real problem.
Yes, we do have a problem.
Well, it's not really a problem for me. I'm a field geologist.
I wouldn't have believed it, but they're a real problem. I barely got away with my life.
Now, most people think that meteorite hunters simply put together a travel kit on short notice, throw in a few very important needed essentials, buy a ticket, and fly off to some foreign country. But there are a lot of hidden dangers in meteorite hunting, and the one which is most feared we're going to cover today. And that is the fear of the undead.
One dirty little secret is that meteorites, especially irons, attract zombies. We're not sure why, we're not sure how, but we do know we have to deal with it.
Well, as you know, zombies are the undead. I like to carry a 380, load it with hollow points. That usually shoot them in the head. You got to shoot them in the head, and it also works on rattlesnakes, and it doesn't make the mess.
How do you deal with zombies in the strewn field?
Hand grenades. Man, hand grenades. You got to buy them near the border in Mexico, but they work real good in an uphill charge.
Zombies, the great unspoken of danger in meteorite hunting. Thankfully, I haven't done many nighttime hunts, so I haven't had to deal with them personally often, but surprisingly, they were a big issue in Bolivia. The altiplano, middle of nowhere, is crawling with them. Unfortunately, we were not allowed to bring in our usual armaments to protect ourselves, so we had to improvise. What we found would work with what we had was basically the beer bottles we emptied during the day, and a little bit of gasoline made excellent Molotov cocktails. Very effective and actually kind of fun to implement. The downside was, as we quickly learned, is burning zombies smell awful.
Do you have a problem with zombies in Uruguay?
No, we have a big problem with zombies in Argentina. Pero más que nada is a chupacabra is what we call. The chupacabra comes in the night when you are hunting the meteorites, and it can eat your balls, your eyes, anything that is soft enough. Then you lose it.
I go for the firepower option, you know. I carry an Uzi around, and I don't know, if I hit the cops, you know, I'm a hot chick. I deal with it.
Well, as a field geologist used to working in the boreal forest, I don't really have a problem with them. I carry bear spray, an axe, a machete, a sledgehammer. Quite frankly, they leave me alone. Plus, I make a lot of noise whacking on rocks in the forest, and also, I sing really badly out there, especially if there are bears in the vicinity. So the zombies don't stand a chance.
Fellow hunters out. Of course, the best way is just to try to avoid them altogether, but you know, sometimes they get persistent. And when they come at you, I found personally the zombie defense tool, or ZDT, as it's more commonly known in the field. Looks like a sharpshooter, but what I found is if you take the time to sharpen the sides, then you can just I found that you can do things. It's rumored that some people have had some success, you know, shooting darts tipped in, is it transmission fluid, or is it power steering fluid?
Power steering fluid, as I've heard,
okay.
It's sort of like an intoxicant. It slows them down.
Slows them down, but you know, if you don't remove the head, they just keep coming at you. And some of them, even you remove the head, and they still come at you for a little while. So.
Okay, let me talk in Spanish. Lo que generalmente hacemos, como ustedes saben, para trabajar con meteoritos tenemos que trabajar con palas. Entonces es muy fácil cuando tenemos un zombie al lado pegarle un palazo en la cabeza y fin del problema. That's what they do.
So I'm out with Steve Arnold's cousin and his uncle out near Waco. Got rather late and we were accosted by a group of zombies. I had a pistol luckily, but ran out of bullets. Fortunately, his cousin had a flamethrower in the back. Took them all out. I tell you, it smelled to high heaven. It was gruesome. Oof.
What kind of flamethrower was it?
Oh, it was a World War II era flamethrower. Hadn't seen one, only in the movies, but he had one. It was.
Yeah, if it gets dark enough, I get out the night vision goggles and my tool of choice, 12 gauge shotgun with double-aught buck. Find that's most effective because it has a good pattern, so marksmanship really isn't an issue, and has a hitting power to get the job done. And sometimes, if you're dealing with a swarm, it's the only way to deal with a swarm is double-aught buck, and sometimes you can get 2 for 1. But for the lighter cases, I'm thinking of making it a little more challenging. I'm thinking about trying a slug. Their marksmanship will count, but the impact should be spectacular.
It's really not the zombies you have to worry about. It's all the other meteorite hunters with guns. You'll get hit when a zombie's downrange from you. Best to just carry a baseball bat, put a magnet on the end of it so that you can find your meteorites, and then just go for the head. Zombies are really easy to take down.
This new generation, these meteorite hunting kids, they don't realize how easy they've got it. But oh boy, 100 years ago, I've heard the stories from my grandfather. The Behringers got overrun and they became zombies. That's why the federal government came in and hushed up the whole thing and made the park inaccessible to meteorite hunters. You don't really believe they shut it down because it was a national park, do you? Nah, they shut it down as part of the cover-up.
So that wraps up this episode of Insights on Meteorites. I hope you got some good, useful tips in dealing with your undead problem. And remember, always travel with a partner. It's important to have another pair of eyes, another pair of hands to spot and fight off any zombie attack. And at the end of the day, remember, you don't have to outrun a zombie. You just have to outrun your partner. Good luck. Good hunting.